Tonight, a special edition of World News Tonight on the Ukraine-Poland border. The Russian assault growing inside Ukraine. The dramatic images coming in. Also, Ian Panel with President Zelensky asking how long can you hold out against the Russians? And we witnessed the humanitarian emergency unfolding right here. Tonight, new video of the devastation across Ukraine at this hour. Ukraine says more than 33 people have been killed as bombs rain down. If confirmed, the largest single loss of civilian life so far. A fuel depot up in flames in a city 90 miles outside of Kyiv. Several major cities simultaneously under siege. The video from Kharkiv, the man recording a message as a missile explodes. Tonight, thousands huddling in Kyiv's subways. A defiant President Zelensky meeting with reporters at a secret location today. What he told our Ian Panel. French President Emmanuel Macron speaking with Vladimir Putin for 90 minutes today. Reports tonight after that call with Macron, the French president is convinced the worst is yet to come. Meantime, on the Ukrainian border tonight, we witnessed the refugee emergency playing out right now. Tonight, the UN says more than 1 million refugees, 500,000 of them children. Tonight, the cries of the children and what they told us about their country, about their hope, and about the fathers who stayed behind to fight. And the strangers driving from all over Europe holding signs here, offering rooms, a home for refugees, saying we will help you. Tonight, President Biden announcing new sanctions targeting those closest to Vladimir Putin, seizing yachts and jets. Will pressure on the oligarchs, Russia's richest, put pressure on Putin? And what is the Russian ruble worth tonight? James Longman from Moscow. In the U.S. tonight, the major news in the January 6th investigation. The House committee investigating the attack on the Capitol, claiming former President Trump may have, quote, engaged in a criminal conspiracy. What this could mean. And the F-35 stealth fighter jet that crashed into the South China Sea. The race against the Chinese to find it, the U.S. getting there first.
From ABC News, this is a special edition of World News Tonight with David Muir, reporting tonight from the Poland-Ukraine border.
And good evening tonight from Poland. We are not far from the Ukraine border, where today we witnessed the humanitarian crisis now unfolding right here. More than 1 million refugees, and the UN with a stunning new number tonight. 500,000 refugees are children. We met so many of them here today as they got off the trains right here at the train station behind us. But we're going to begin tonight with the Russian assault now intensifying. Tonight, Russian forces are advancing across Ukraine after taking their first major city, Kherson, to the south. Troops now closing in on at least 4 other cities, including Kyiv, the capital, and Kharkiv, the second largest city. Their missile strikes coming with growing frequency tonight, the damage catastrophic, the loss of life now mounting. Images tonight from a city some 90 miles north of the capital. Tonight, the fireball after a fuel depot was struck there. Dashcam video showing missiles striking a neighborhood there. 33 people reportedly killed. Now, if confirmed, it could be the largest loss of civilian life so far. The attack on a nearby residential neighborhood, the images on that tonight, and just some 30 miles outside Kyiv, the stunning image of a city and what's left of it after they came under attack. Missiles falling inside Kyiv as well, the smoke turning day to night. While in hard-hit Kharkiv, this man recording a video, and watch this, just as a missile strikes. Right here tonight, our Ian Panel asking President Zelensky, how long can you hold out against the Russians, and will you stay in Ukraine? Ian leads us off again tonight from the capital of Kyiv. An extraordinary move there in Russia tonight. James Longman, our thanks to you again. And we should point out that tomorrow night, right here, a special live edition of 2020 from the region. Putin's war, the battle to save Ukraine. We will be here on the Poland-Ukraine border with our team of correspondents across the region and back in Washington. And of course, the question, what's driving Vladimir Putin? What's his end game here? And President Zelensky, the story behind this leader and the Ukrainian people and their resolve. And of course, the very latest on Russian movements inside Ukraine. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern right here tomorrow night. In the meantime, when we come back here tonight, the major news in the January 6th investigation, the House committee claiming former President Trump may have, quote, engaged in criminal conspiracy. And then the F-35 stealth fighter jet lost at sea, that race against the Chinese to get to it. What we've learned tonight. Tonight, the House committee investigating the Capitol riot, claiming former President Trump may have engaged in a criminal conspiracy in his efforts to overturn the 2020 election, saying in a court. When we come back tonight, the American F-35 fighter jet at the bottom of the sea and the major development. Tonight, the U.S. Navy announcing it has recovered that high-tech F-35 fighter jet from the bottom of the South China Sea. When we come back here tonight, the powerful scene right here at the border. Before we go tonight, the powerful images here at the border as more than 1 million Ukrainian refugees leave, 500,000 children. I'll see you tomorrow night for the news and then our special at 8 p.m. Eastern. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.